Hello everyone. In this video I am going to explain you another linear data structure, that is queue. Queue. A queue is a FIFO, first in first out data structure. That is, the first element added to the queue will be the first one to be removed. You can see in real life many examples, like real life queues are simply example of queue. So a queue is open at both its ends. An element is inserted from one end called rear and deleted from the other end, that is called front. The operation of adding an element to the rear of the queue is known as enqueue, and the operation of removing an element from the front end is known as dequeue. You can see this figure. So element is inserted from the rear end, so this process is known as enqueue, and deletion taken place from front end, and the process is dequeue. In this slide we will see how queue is implemented. So we have taken one array for the queue, and that is having 6 elements. So indexing will start from 0 till 5. For queue, as we know, there are two open ends, front and rear, so we need two indexes. So when the queue is empty, means no element is there, like here you can see, then both front and rear index will point to -1. So this is the condition to check whether queue is empty or not. So when queue is empty, front and rear are at -1. Okay, if only one element is there in the queue, then both front and rear will point to same index. That means we can see कि front equals to rear. Otherwise, to insert element after this, we simply need to increment rear and we can insert element. Increment rear, insert element. This process we can repeat until we reach to size -1. Now at this situation you can see now queue is full. So the condition to check whether the queue is full or not is front is at 0 and rear is at size -1. So this is the explicit condition you will write if front equals to 0 and rear equals to size -1. But in simplest way you can also write simply rear equals to size -1. That is also okay, because in simple queue insertion takes place from rear end only. So I hope this thing is clear. Now we will see operations on queue in next slide. So here we will see insertion in queue from rear index. So to insert any element in any data structure, we need to check whether it is full or not. So as you can see here, in this situation queue is full. So the condition is to check if front is at 0 and rear is at size -1, then we can see queue is full and we can print message overflow, means we can't insert element. Otherwise, one additional condition we have to take in case of queue. In case of stack, so we were having only key top ++ and we can insert element at that index. But in case of queue, we are dealing with two indexes, front and rear. So if we simply write rear ++, then front will remain at -1. Okay, so that is technically wrong. So what we have to do, first we check whether the queue is empty or not. If it is empty, then we take both front and rear at index number 0. Okay, so front equals to rear equals to 0. So we will take both of them at index number 0 and then we can insert element at rear index. In simple situation, other condition, we can simply increment rear only. Rear equals to rear +1. So then we can rear +1 and we can assign value at rear index. So algorithm to insertion in queue, we have to accept value, and then first thing we have to check whether queue is full or not. So that means if rear is equals to size -1, then we can display message overflow. Otherwise there will be two conditions. First, if front equals to -1. That means Q is empty. Then both front and rear, we will have to set them at 0 index. Otherwise, rear equals to rear plus 1. And after deciding this rear position, we can insert element at this index. So Q at rear equals to n. So this is the algorithm to insert an element into a Q. Deletion in Q from front index. So we know कि to delete anything in any data structure, we need to check first whether it is empty or not. So when the Q is empty, so the condition will be that both front and rear will point to -1. So this is the condition. When the Q is empty, front equals to -1. Okay. So then we can print underflow and we can return. Otherwise, to delete element, there will be two situations. When only one element is there in the queue, means both front and rear are pointing to same index. Then after deleting this element, queue will be empty. So we have to set both front and rear to index number -1. So this is the condition कि if front equals to rear, then front equals to rear equals to -1. We have to set. So after deleting this 5, we have to set this front and rear both at -1. Otherwise, next situation is that कि if few elements are there, so after deleting this 5, your front will reach to index number 1, because next front will be that 7. Okay, so what we are doing, we are actually incrementing the front index. So after deleting this 5, front is equals to front plus 1. So front will reach to index number 1. After deleting 7, it is to index number 2. Okay, so this is deletion. Now we can see the algorithm for deletion in queue. We have to start, and first we have to check whether queue is empty or not. So for this we are taking condition if front equals to -1, then we can print underflow and return. Otherwise, first we have to make copy of that element which we are going to remove or delete. So we are writing temp equals to Q at front index. Okay, this element we have copied down. Now we have to check if only one element is there, like if front equals to rear, then after deleting that element, both front and rear we have to set to -1. Otherwise, simply front equals to front plus 1, and then we can return that value which we have deleted. So this is the algorithm for deletion in queue. Now, to understand better, we have taken one example. Question is, queue is an entity which can hold a maximum of 100 integers. The queue enables a user to add integers from the rear and remove integers from the front. So define a class queue with the following details. Class name is queue. Instance members are there. One array for queue elements. Size is there. Front and rear two indexes are there. Then parameterized constructor in member function. Constructor to initialize data. Size equals to front equals to 0 and rear equals to 0. Then next function is to add element. To add integers from the rear if possible, otherwise display overflow message. Second is to delete element. Returns element from the front if present, otherwise display the message underflow and return -4 times 9. Then to display array elements. So we will see again, we have to follow simply the language of question from top to bottom, and one by one we will write the code. So here we will see what is the name of class. Class name is queue. So we have written this. Now we will see what are the instance variables. So queue array to hold integer elements. Now in question it is given it can hold maximum 100 elements. So we can instantiate this array with 100 element during declaration. So int q equals to new int 100. After getting the size, we can change it with the help of parameterized constructor. Now remaining three variables are integers, size, front and rear. So we can declare them at once. Int size, front, rear. Then we define member function, that is parameterized constructor. So public queue int So that is to initialize size equals to So we write size equals to and both front and rear 0. So we can write front equals to rear equals to 0. Now it is understood, once we give the size for the array, so we have to instantiate this array also. So we have to instantiate or create this q array with the given size. So we can write q equals to new int size. Okay. Now we will move to next function, that add element. So to add integer from the rear if possible, else display the message overflow. So this is insertion. So for insertion, first we have to check whether the queue is full or not. So if rear equals to size minus 1, then we can display the message overflow. That means queue is full. Otherwise, we can check if it is empty or not, because if it is empty, then we have to set both rear and front at 0. So if front equals to minus 1 means queue is empty, then front equals to rear equals to 0. We have to set them at index number 0. Otherwise, normally what we do, rear plus plus. So after deciding this rear index, we can insert element at this given index. So q rear equals to v. So this is the insertion function. Now we will see delete. So returns element from the front if present, otherwise display the message underflow and return minus 4 times 9. So we start int delete del element. So first thing, before deletion we have to check whether q is empty or not. So for this the condition is if front equals to minus 1, then we can display this message underflow and we will return minus 4 times 9 according to question. Okay. Otherwise, first thing, just make copy of this front index variable. So we have taken this into temporary variable, and then we will see is there any only one element or few more elements are there. So one condition is that if front equals to rear, that means only one element is present in the queue. So after deleting this element, both front and rear will reach to index number minus 1. Okay, that will make queue empty. Otherwise, normally we have to do front plus plus. Okay, then we can return temporary element. So this is the function to delete an element from a queue. Now the last function is void display, to display array elements. Though according to the question language, you can see specify the class queue giving details of only the functions void add element and int del element. Only two functions the question is asking. But if the question asks you to define display function also, then how to write it? So that's why I am just going to explain you this. So to display elements in the array, first we need to check whether it is empty or not. So if front equals to minus 1, we can display this message ki queue is empty. Otherwise, elements to be displayed, so we only focus only on front and rear index, because only elements to be shown. So the loop will run int I equals to front, I less than equals to rear, I plus plus, and then we display these array elements. So this is your display function. I hope now the concept of queue is clear to you. Thank you.